A story that will give you chilling feels.
Go ahead, press play, but be ready. You'll never look at the world the same way again. Something you never even imagined is about to open right in front of you. The locals always said the same thing. Don't go there. Stay out of that district. Forget that place. But the moment I heard the story, I knew. This wasn't just an old, abandoned building. It was something more. Not a simple urban legend. A real, living, terrifying place. Something hiding in the darkest corners of reality. When we arrived, it looked like a typical ruin. A massive factory that clearly hadn't seen people for years. Walls crumbling, windows boarded up, a heavy, restless darkness hanging over everything. And yet there was one detail that made me stay a beat longer. Even though nothing living was here, I could feel something watching me. That energy. It was in the air like a storm cloud. And that, probably, is why I couldn't walk away from exploring it. When we stepped inside, it was cold. Not the nobody heated this place kind of cold. It was a cold that went through you, like it was coming from the air itself. It felt like time had stopped in there, like everything had been dead for a very long time. We started exploring room after room, and each one grew stranger. Distorted faces in peeling paint, drawings on the walls that seemed to move when you looked at them. We felt something was wrong, that this place bent space and time. At some point I knew we weren't supposed to be here. But that was only the preface. The real nightmare began when we found a black door deep inside the building. It wasn't just locked. It felt like it was part of something bigger. Symbols on the door flickered in the dark, and when I touched it, it opened on its own with a grinding shriek. What we saw beyond that door didn't belong to this world. Crossing the threshold, I realized we weren't just in another room. We were in another dimension. There were no walls, no ceiling, no floor, just a space where physics didn't work. Reality started to blur, like paint running off a canvas. I felt my sense of the world crack. I began to lose orientation. The walls were moving. And what if that motion wasn't random? What if something was finding us through that distortion, because we'd stepped where we were never meant to go? Our footsteps rang in the air, echoing without end. Sounds didn't resolve into reality. They just kept spreading, and everything grew more unreal. That's when I saw them. The beings. Their faces weren't human. They changed every second. The longer I tried to focus, the larger their eyes grew, their features warped, merging with whatever I was seeing. They were here, in our world, but not with us. They were something else, something that had come from beyond the edge of perception. We tried to go back, but the door was gone. We were trapped. We didn't know where we were. Our thoughts melted into one terrible picture. Something unknown watched us. We began to lose control. Sounds pushed into our heads, louder and louder. The more we tried to leave, the louder that voice became. A voice that wasn't human. All I could do was watch this place swallow us, and watch the nightmare become part of us. I realized I could no longer separate reality from illusion. Time and space had lost meaning. I no longer knew what was happening around me. Only when we stumbled back out did I understand. This wasn't over. We didn't leave without consequences. The symbols we found in those rooms marked our bodies and our minds. Little by little, oddities crept into daily life. People's faces on the street looked wrong, distorted. We felt something pulling us back. Every night we heard footsteps coming toward us, but no one entered. I started seeing things that weren't there. Shadows sliding along the corners, figures watching from the dark. I'm sure that place never let us go. I don't know what it was. I don't know what truly exists in this world. But I know one thing. We're not the same. They are watching us. We've become part of something far bigger than an abandoned building. That place changed us. It changed our grip on reality. What happened to us? And what did we uncover in that place you can't find on any map? Do you want to know what's hiding in this world? Do you want to see how we tried to escape that nightmare? If yes, hit play and brace yourself for something you'll never forget.